Hello everyone, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Are you sure? I just felt like... Was the screen always at that angle? Don't seem to recall it being like that. Well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. And this is... How is this girl accidentally... Yeah. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yeah, really sweet of her. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. I wonder why she has two copies of the book. I really do. I don't see why she would. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy two of them. I see. I do not see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Relatable, huh? Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. I don't recall that in the previous description of said book. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... that might be a little bit of a spoiler. That's not the same book you were talking about last time. But it reminds me of this game I've been playing a little bit of recently, called Deceit. I don't know, I haven't been playing too much of it, but it does seem like it's that sort of deal. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of... It's kind of dark. Yeah, no shit. No shit, Sherlock. She's the goth girl. She's the goth chick. She's the one who can't decide between the fucking spikes and skulls on her shoes. Yuri made it sound like it was... Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Ryan? Not particularly. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil. Huh. E-C-E-S-E. Okay, so that seems fairly random what the pink things are behind. Not exactly. I don't think that's what it is. You haven't lost interest at this point. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It's still interesting. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body gets incredibly what? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's, I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Yeah, reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means by reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. So yeah, I think that I've I've actually seen this part before. Oh, shit, I should have, I wonder... Huh. It doesn't show the black lines of dialogue. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so then we get to see the little cutscene. I wonder if the cutscene's gonna be any different. So that's the thing, I kind of do relate to the goth mindset, at least to some degree. I have a similar cynical outlook on life and the people in it, but I don't agree with the goth lifestyle because it's basically just the same thing but slightly different. The same thing as what everyone else does, but instead of normal clothes they wear all black, and instead of normal things they enjoy slam poetry and shit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really. I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Ahaha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little... My breathing. Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Everyone knows how exerting reading is. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Ryan? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Of course. Monica, you're not talking to me. You know that, right? Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. So, I can't. Okay. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Ryan. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ah ha ha ha! Don't worry, Ryan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Brian. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. Yada yada. Yada yada yada. We've already seen this. Totally given up on people. She spent so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interactions. Don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Wow, that's kind of mean to say. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it's a part 2 for her previous poem. I love it. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper, the sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Yeah, I get it. It's impossible to date Monica in the game, and she's worried because, well, she can't do that. She can't be in the game. She's always like an outside observer. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Oh, okay, so really just the same thing? I want my character to at least have some sort of semblance of knowledge of what's going on. What was the inspiration behind this one? Of course, the Epiphany. Better friends with each other, yeah. Okay, I guess Natsuki next, why not? Well, shit. Ryan, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, do you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? Come on, I at least had a couple words in there that appealed to you. I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put an effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Let's hope there aren't any eye dribbles on it. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. And it's the same poem. Okay. Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. I don't like it. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Because it's a bad poem? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Okay, so yeah, all this stuff again. Come on, where's all the creepy shit? Oh, that's it? Just the exploding eyes? That's a little disappointing. Let's hope Yuri has some more stuff, huh? Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? And all that shit, yep. So let's just skip past this part. Come on, where's the creepy shit? I want to read the creepy shit. At least it'll be different than everything else I've done. Isn't this supposed to be a literature? Oh, hey, look! It's a little skip button. Huh. The skip button didn't show up for the others, probably because it was a slightly different dialogue thing. But this was just the same dialogue. It's as if everyone is judging me for my... Okay. that little note shift, I don't know if you heard it, but it was there. There's no way my poems can stand up to this. There's a literature club after all. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something into her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, and Yuri smiles sadly. Yep, all this stuff again. But I can't skip past this. So, whatever is different, there's something that's different. I was trying to say something nice. I mean, you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? I guess because, Sayori isn't here, and this does have a bearing. Well, no, because I couldn't skip past Natsuki. Was it just because of the exploding eyes? Was that it? Yeah. Uh-huh. So instead it's Monika trying to interject instead of those two. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy, bitch? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point! Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Whoa! 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 Jesus Christ! Whew! And I can't even ask for Sayori's help. Guess that's what happens when the fight escalates too far. Okay, Natsuki, that was way too far going about the... Hi, Monika. Hey, Ryan? Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? I'm gonna call it here, everyone. So, I'll see you later. Drive safely. Have a nice day. All that shit. And I'll see you next time. Bye.